When you stream digital media, the application presents a sequence of flawless images and audio, but beneath that surface lies a turbulent reality. The physical transmission layer is a chaotic environment. At the lowest level, data is nothing more than electrical voltage and radio waves. These signals are constantly subjected to random wireless interference, fluke electrical noise, physical hardware flaws, and software bugs. Bits traveling through this space are frequently corrupted or inverted. Beyond signal degradation, the infrastructure itself breaks down. Routers fail and physical links go dark. If a network node in Berlin goes offline, the packets sent from London to Rome have to instantly route themselves through Paris to ensure delivery. This creates a structural paradox. Software applications require flawless, strictly ordered data delivery, yet the underlying hardware randomly destroys and misdirects information. The computer science solution to this problem is information hiding. By restricting what different parts of a system know about each other, engineers isolate volatile physical mechanics from high-level software logic. When applied at a planetary scale, we get the network stack. By dividing communication into rigidly defined layers, we contain physical chaos at the bottom, allowing the application at the top to function as if the network were perfect. This diagram shows two computers, breaking their network software into 5 discrete levels. Notice the dashed lines. When Layer 4 communicates with Layer 4 on another machine, it operates under the illusion of a direct horizontal conversation, as if speaking directly to its peer. That virtual conversation is the protocol, the strict agreement between communicating parties on the format, order, and meaning of the messages virtual. To send a message, data travels straight down the local machine, passing layer to layer until it hits the physical medium. The boundary between layers is the interface, defining the exact primitive operations available to the layer above. This defines the service, a set of operations the lower layer provides, while keeping its internal algorithms entirely hidden from the user above. This separation of services from protocols creates a modular system. An engineer can replace a layer's entire implementation, and as long as the interface remains identical, the rest of the stack operates without modification. This chart shows how a web browser commands the OS network stack using service primitives. First, the server executes a blocking listen command, suspending activity until a connection request appears. The client then executes a connect primitive, triggering an accept response that unblocks the server. With the connection established, the application layers are free to pass data down into the stack using send and receive commands. Different applications require different delivery guarantees. A file transfer requires a reliable, connection-oriented byte stream. The software demands that every bit arrives in exact sequential order, accepting the latency introduced by constant error checking and data acknowledgements. Conversely, a voice-over IP call uses connectionless datagrams. When streaming live audio, waiting for a dropped packet causes intolerable lag. The application prioritizes speed, accepting that some data will be lost. The architecture does not force a single methodology. It offers primitives allowing each application to select its own trade-off between absolute accuracy and speed. An application at Layer 5 passes a raw message downward. Layer 4 prepends a control header with sequence numbers. Layer 3 slices this block into smaller fragments, adding routing headers. Finally, Layer 2 wraps each packet in a header and protective trailer. The fully encapsulated packets are then injected into the physical medium, traveling as raw signals across the unpredictable hazards of the physical wire. As the data moves upward at its destination, the process reverses. Layer 2 strips off its shell. Layer 3 reads the routing data and strips its header. Layer 4 reassembles the fragments and removes its header, leaving only the original message. Encapsulation is the physical manifestation of information hiding. Complexity is isolated within layers of headers, ensuring no single layer needs to comprehend the entire system. This diagram shows the OSI reference model, a 7-layer architecture designed by international standards organizations. While theoretically precise, it failed to become the universal standard. This graph illustrates the apocalypse of the two elephants theory. Standards must be written in the narrow window between academic research and a massive wave of corporate investment. The OSI standards were written too late, crushed by corporations who had already committed to working alternatives. The alternative was the TCP/IP model, born from the Department of Defense's research into decentralized networks that could survive the loss of physical routing hardware. TCP/IP became the backbone of the Internet because its implementations were free and functional, championed by computer scientists who distributed it before OSI could arrive. However, TCP/IP carries significant technical debt. Many of its early application protocols were ad hoc solutions written for mechanical hardware. The Telnet protocol, for instance, was designed for teletype terminals, producing 10 characters per second, decades before graphical interfaces existed. TCP/IP won the standardization war not through structural elegance, but engineering pragmatism and optimal market timing. This diagram shows the resolution. Modern network engineers reject TCP/IP's conflation of the physical and link layers, merging its practical protocols with the structural clarity of the OSI model to create the 5-layer hybrid stack. The final hierarchy is strictly defined. Physical signals carry the bits. The link layer manages direct connections. The network layer routes packets. The transport layer ensures delivery. The application layer executes software logic. By isolating the chaos of physical hardware at the bottom from the demands of applications at the top, the discipline of protocol layering built a system capable of scaling to the entire